Good afternoon and welcome to NYFP. We're here on this Thursday afternoon with Sandra Navidi of BeyondGlobal, and we will be taking a look at the NSA's Prism program. Now, yesterday, the House lawmakers did reject limits on surveillance here in the U.S., and we'll be taking a closer look at that. Good afternoon, Sandra. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Remy.
Well, we've been talking about consumer privacy protection here in the U.S. on the heels of the whole Edward Snowden case. But given that there have been allegations of snooping on European allies as well, can you give me your take on this and what it means for diplomacy as well as trade?
It's a little bit of a problem as the US and Europe are currently discussing a free trade agreement that could boost the GDP of both parties by 100 billion a year. European politicians are very upset and have required this to go on hold, but it can be assumed that this agreement is just too important for both parties to be completely canceled. But it's a problem if your negotiating partner knows all your trade secrets, your patents, your client list, your pricing, then it sort of renders negotiations sort of useless.
And Sandra, you're also from Germany as well, so I'm sure you have a lot of insight into this matter. And when it comes to intellectual property, it does raise the question of industrial espionage. So what's your take on this?
Well, it's being estimated that the damage for German industry amounts to 60 billion euros per year, and there are 1,500 medium-sized German companies who are industry leaders in their field, world leaders. And so if their know-how is being stolen, know-how in which they have invested a lot of research and development, of course it's a problem for us. And actually it's exactly the same problem that the US says it has with China.
And there are a lot of political as well as diplomatic implications from this, so we'll have to continue to monitor this. But as we look ahead in the Eurozone, we have key events including the ECB rate decision coming up next week. And if we look further away into autumn, in about 8 weeks we do get the German elections. Now, last week German Chancellor Merkel addressed this allegation about the espionage into Germany. So what do you think this will have in terms of German voters and their take on what's going on?
So far, Chancellor Merkel is the clear favorite. She's very well liked in Germany. People take to her, and the incumbent has a natural advantage. The German press has been pretty much on the pulse and has been very critical, but the German people have been sort of lethargic. There hasn't really been an uprising. So the Chancellor Merkel's stance and her government's involvement have come under scrutiny, but I don't think at this point it's really enough to kick her out of the race. We don't know what else is in the pipeline, what else will be coming to light. So it's possible that it will cause some fundamental problems for her, but at this point it doesn't seem like it yet.
And it does appear as though Merkel said that she does want to find out the facts and wait until the investigation from DC has been concluded. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for a very interesting perspective.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Remy.